Did you know that Immanuel Kant believed that our understanding of the world is shaped by the way our minds perceive it, rather than the world itself? This idea totally changed how we think about knowledge and reality. Join me as I dive deep into the mind of Immanuel Kant and try to unpack the big ideas behind his philosophy in less than 10 minutes. As a central figure in philosophical discourse, Immanuel Kant's influence on contemporary thought and ethical frameworks is immense. His work has played a vital role in the Enlightenment and continues to shape ongoing debates regarding morality and knowledge, making his theories pertinent to both scholars and thinkers today. So, Kant tackles one of the biggest challenges in philosophy. How do we reconcile human perception with the concept of objective reality? Think about it. We can only experience the world through our senses, but that means our understanding is always filtered through our own brains. Does that mean objective truth is even possible? Kant takes this problem head-on, and his solution is nothing short of genius. The challenge of reconciling human perception with objective reality is a tough one. On one hand, we want to believe that our experiences are rooted in an objective world, independent of our individual perspectives. On the other hand, we can't escape the fact that our perceptions are always subjective, shaped by our unique experiences and biases. This tension between objective and subjective realities has puzzled philosophers for centuries, and Kant's work offers a groundbreaking solution to this problem. Kant drew a crucial distinction between phenomena and noumena. Phenomena refer to the world as we experience it, the realm of appearances and perceptions. Noumena, on the other hand, refer to the world as it is in itself, independent of our perceptions. This distinction is central to Kant's views on knowledge and reality. Before Kant, philosophers were stuck in a rut. Some, like the empiricists, believed that all knowledge comes from our senses, while others, like the rationalists, argued that we can know certain truths independently of our senses. Kant rejects both views, arguing that knowledge is a combination of both sensory experience and rational understanding. This synthesis of empiricism and rationalism is at the heart of Kant's philosophy, and it has far-reaching implications for how we think about knowledge and reality. So what's the key to Kant's solution? He argues that our experiences are not just passive receptions of sensory data, but are actively shaped by our minds. Our minds organize and structure the information we receive, creating a coherent picture of the world. This means that our understanding of reality is always filtered through our mental faculties, and that's what allows us to make sense of the world. But here's the catch. This also means that we can never know the things in themselves, independent of our own minds. Instead, we can only know them as they appear to us through the lens of our mental faculties. In his work, Kant introduces two key concepts that reshape our understanding of ethics and knowledge: the categorical imperative and transcendental idealism. The categorical imperative is a moral principle that is universal, absolute, and objective. It's a principle that applies to all rational beings, regardless of their individual perspectives or desires. This principle is rooted in reason, not emotion or personal preference, and it provides a moral framework for making decisions. The categorical imperative is closely tied to Kant's concept of transcendental idealism. This view holds that our knowledge is not just a reflection of the world, but is actively constructed by our minds. Our minds impose certain structures and categories on our experiences, allowing us to make sense of them. This means that our understanding of reality is always filtered through our mental faculties, and that's what allows us to have objective knowledge. Kant's concept of transcendental idealism has far-reaching implications for our understanding of knowledge and reality. It means that we can never know the things in themselves, independent of our own minds. Instead, we can only know them as they appear to us, through the lens of our mental faculties. This might seem like a limitation, but it's actually a powerful tool for understanding the world. By recognizing the active role our minds play in shaping our experiences, we can begin to uncover the underlying structures and patterns that govern reality. A crucial aspect of Kant's philosophy is his concept of the kingdom of ends. This refers to a moral community of rational beings, where each individual is treated as an end in themselves, rather than a means to an end. This idea is closely tied to his views on autonomy and moral law, which we'll explore in more detail shortly. Kant's revolutionary ideas about autonomy and moral law challenged traditional views of ethics and human behavior. He believed that individuals should strive to be autonomous, making decisions based on reason and moral principles, rather than external influences or personal desires. This led him to develop a moral framework that emphasized the importance of treating others with respect and dignity. At the heart of Kant's moral system is the idea that individuals should be treated as ends in themselves, rather than means to an end. This means that we should never use others solely for our own benefit, but rather treat them as moral equals, worthy of respect and dignity. Kant's views on autonomy also led him to reject traditional notions of moral authority. He believed that individuals should take responsibility for their own moral decisions, rather than relying on external authorities or traditions. This emphasis on individual autonomy and moral responsibility was truly groundbreaking for its time. Kant's ideas about autonomy and moral law continue to challenge our traditional views of ethics and human behavior. His emphasis on individual responsibility and moral principles encourages us to think critically about our actions and their consequences. Kant's philosophy also has significant implications for contemporary issues. For instance, his views on moral dilemmas can help us navigate complex ethical decisions. By considering the moral principles underlying our actions, we can make more informed choices that respect the autonomy and dignity of others. In addition, Kant's philosophy can help us think more deeply about the nature of human behavior and decision-making. By considering the role of reason and moral principles in our actions, we can gain a better understanding of why we make the choices we do. Let's summarize the main points of Kant's philosophy. At its core, Kant's philosophy emphasizes the importance of individual autonomy, moral principles, and reason in our decision-making. He challenges traditional views of ethics and human behavior, encouraging us to think critically about our actions and their consequences. Kant's philosophy has a way of making you feel like you're standing on your head. It's a radical rethinking of the relationship between our minds and the world, and it challenges many of our assumptions about knowledge and reality. But despite the complexity of his ideas, Kant's philosophy is ultimately rooted in a deep respect for human reason and a commitment to understanding the world as it really is. Kant's ideas continue to have a profound impact on both philosophy and everyday ethical decision-making. By considering his views on autonomy, moral law, and knowledge, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of human behavior and the nature of reality. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the mind of Immanuel Kant. If you'd like to share your thoughts on his philosophy, please leave them in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more philosophical topics, be sure to check out my other videos.